the Dragon Mage is just further out back. Sorry, this is not the High Elf turn. This is the responding Vampire Count's turn, where the Eagle gets charged by the Skeleton block and gets pursued and actually caught by the Skeletons, unfortunately. And that puts the Skeletons in front of the White Lions, but blocks the Black Knights from doing anything. And in the meantime, in the background, the Vampire Lord has turned around so that he could potentially Van Hels into the Dragon, but managed to dispel that, prevent that from happening. And there you have it. Next photo, now, disaster finally strikes the Vampire Counts, and during the magic phase, he rolls a miscast. Now, I've got the Trix's pendant, so he rolls two results in the miscast table, one of them being a 10, meaning that he would lose the spell he was trying to cast, which incidentally was Doom and Darkness. And he rolls another result because I've got the Trix's pendant, and he rolled a 5, meaning I can cast a spell in his phase. So I ummed and ahed thinking about what to do. I could have made him drop a magic level and lose a spell and take a hit, but I decided to go for casting a spell in my own phase because Drain Magic was in play, and the High Elf FAQ says that if you cast a spell while if you get that result in the miscast table and you get a spell for free, then that stacks with Drain Magic. So I went with Flames of the Phoenix, which normally goes off on an 11, but it went off on a 14 because Drain Magic was in play in his turn on the Skeletons, which the Dragon Princes were about to charge, annihilating about 8 of them. And of course it would go off again on my turn, and he couldn't dispel it. He's lost his scrolls now, I think. So this is a fantastic play because it means the Dragon Princes will be able to wipe out the Skeletons without any trouble and overrun into his Vampire Lord in the following turn if things go to plan. Next photo, the Dragon Mage being annoying, flying over the table, over the top of the Vampire Lord, and burning the Necromancer with his breath attack. I'm not sure whether you get a lookout sir roll for the breath attack. I think you do actually. Template weapon, you do get a lookout sir, but burning gaze, or whatever it is, not burning gaze. The Burning Head, that one that shoots like a cannonball line of 18, the strength 4 hits. Actually, I got that off and I fired it through the Necromancer and did a wound on the Necromancer, which was awesome. And did some flaming attacks on the Skeletons, burning a couple of them. In the meantime, the Dragon Princes in the background of the photo, you can see, have charged the Skeletons. Going to the next photo, just pretty much a similar photo here, just gives you a bit of view of what's going on in the background. The Archer's way at the back there, just firing longbows across the battlefield, whereas the Dragon Prince is just smacking straight into the Skeletons. And of course, that spell goes off again in my my own magic phase, killing some more of them, depleting even more of the ranks there and giving them a hope of just wiping out that unit. Now, next photo over here, the Wraiths have been incinerated by a heavy barrage of magic. I've got the Ring of Fury, I've got Fury of Cain on both, Fury of Cain on one mage and Ring of Fury on the other, and I had Fiery Blast from the Dragon Mage. Really, the Dragon Mage was the only one who got a spell through, but I got like 10 hits from the Fiery Blast onto the Wraiths, and it annihilated like 4 of them. I got 8 wounds there, so that was fantastic. The White Lions have just backed ever so cautiously back into the wood, and the Bolt Throwers killing a couple of the Black Knights there, doing pretty well, and Eagle rallying, fortunately. Next photo, the Dragon Mage, burst of fire, only strength 2, unfortunately, so only killing a couple of Skeletons, but let me tell you, it's so much fun using this template, just burning across the battlefield with that breath weapons. Only strength 2 because it's a Sun Mage. Sun Dragon, rather, Steel Dragon as I like to call it. Star Dragon, if you are a dick and you like to take Star Dragons, then that'll be strength 4. But there you go. Next photo, the Dragon Princes have destroyed the Skeletons in close combat and charged into the flank of the Vampire Lord's unit. And this could be tough. I haven't got any command group there, and I've just got a Vampire Lord on the side of the unit with a 4+ ward save, so it's going to take me a while to chew through that unit, but that's where the Dragon Mage comes in handy. The first round of combat didn't do too much damage, only killed a few guys, but of course breaking ranks, managing to win the combat, so not really going anywhere fast. Next photo, now this is probably the biggest mistake of the game. Let me tell you how this situation occurred. You can see the 2 units charging my White Lions here. Initially, he charged with just the Skeleton Warriors, which were blocking the path of the Black Knights, which were behind them. And I held thinking that the Skeletons would charge into the White Lions and the route that the Black Knights would have to take to charge the White Lions would be blocked. But what I didn't realize is that the Skeletons had enough movement to get around the forest and actually hit the White Lions, opening up a route around the other side for the Black Knights to come through. And all in all, I should have just fled. But because I made a very serious error, which fair enough. I mean, it wasn't very apparent when you first looked at the field, but a few good calculations should have arrived anybody at the conclusion that this holding was not the best idea. I'm now in a situation where I'm charged by these 2 units, and because of outnumber and combat res, there's no way the stubborn leadership of the White Lions is going to hold here, and it's going to allow his units to overrun unfortunately, into the Archmage's unit. So that was a real blunder. So things, although the game was kind of going my way up until now, it's going to be close. So we've got a real game on our hands now. Next photo, the Black Knights move around here. By the way, they charged the bolt thrower crew who fled, but then I realized that he was out of range, so they actually failed the charge. So what I did, because the bolt thrower crew ran off the board stupidly, I sent one of the crew members from the other bolt thrower over to the unoccupied secondary bolt thrower. So both bolt throwers have got a crewman each, rallying there and using both bolt throwers in the following turn to full strength, which is quite fun. And shooting at these Black Knights, killing several of them, which is very cool. Managing to get the side arc shot finally, and the eagle being chased away again and rallying, I think. Next photo, wow, so the Archmage flees from the overrun and is in a position where the Archmage, the whole unit has to rally now, and that's in a very precarious situation. The White Lions have been run down and their banner captured by the skeletons. You can see that banner streaming from behind the skeleton unit. Unfortunately, I've really been outplayed in this part of the field. My opponent really getting the better of me there. But elsewhere on the field, let's go to the next photo. I could be in for some luck here, because the Dragon Mage charging the rear of the skeleton unit, so that gives me +2 for the rear charge, +1 for the flank. And he's got 2 characters in this unit, so really hoping for some luck here. Didn't manage to get the flaming sword off, he dispelled that. But wow, I gave him my best shot, and the dragon finally into combat, just rampaging through those skeletons. It feels so great to be using the dragon to its full potential. 400-point unit there, but I think I'm getting some of the points worth out of it. And the Dragon Princess, of course, into the side and getting the job done. So next photo, the Archmage, thank goodness, manages to rally, tried in the magic phase desperately to get Flames of the Phoenix onto those skeleton warriors to try and get rid of them, so I wouldn't actually lose this whole unit, but I don't think that's going to happen. This unit's going to be charged by the skeletons next turn and is going to die awfully, sadly enough. Next photo, oh man, the dragon takes out the unit, but the Vampire Lord, before the vampire crumbles, swings back at the Dragon Mages and kills him, takes the last wound off. But the victorious dragon actually fails its monster reaction test and rolls a 5, so the dragon's frenzied for the rest of the game, even though there's only 1 turn left. And the Dragon Princess reduced to 3 guys, but the Vampire Lord pops, the Necromancer pops, the whole unit's gone, and the dragon, absolutely victorious in his shiny steel dragon mode. Really going nuts, and I think that's a fantastic result for the dragon. Couldn't be happy with the way this game's gone out for him. It's been a great time. Had a great time with this dragon. So we'll see how the game finally ends up. Next photo, he manages even to get Van Hels with his vampire, get the White King's unit into the side of the Archmage's unit. So that's gone. I lose all my characters there. So the game ends with me having no characters left. He has the White King left alive. Miraculously, the bolt throwers previously had taken 1 wound off his foot marching vampire that tagged along with the Blood Knights, and that vampire Black Knights with the Black Knights. That vampire charged the archers, who struck first, and that single archer lashed up with a sword and just stabbed the vampire through the stomach and killed him. With only 1 wound left, but then I lost the unit, so bit of a last laugh there. We added up the victory points, and going to the next photo, this is basically the last photo of the game, where you can see everything spread out. The dragon flies over and captures the table quarter. Even though he's frenzied, there was nothing for him to charge. Still got 3 Dragon Princes left, so that's another table quarter. Both take out each other's generals. He's captured 1 of my banners, but I've captured 2 banners from that Dragon Prince unit there, and I've still got a unit of archers, as well as 200 points worth of bolt throwers and 50-point eagle in the backfield there. So it was actually a win to me after all of that, but made some mistakes this game. No matter, it was an excellent game. It was a lot of fun, and we both really enjoyed it, and the Dragon Mage was just a really good time. I wouldn't take a Dragon Mage to a tournament. I don't recommend you guys taking a Dragon Mage if you want to win, but if you want to have fun, maybe the Dragon Mage is for you. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. See you later.